Start a dying declaration recorded by a competent magistrate would stand on a much higher footing than the declaration recorded by officer of lower rank for the reason that the competent magistrate has no axe to grind against the person named in the dying declaration of the victim. However, circumstances showing anything to the contrary should not be there in the facts of the case. Stop. In view of the above, the law on the issue of dying declaration can be summarized to the effect that in case the court comes to the conclusion that the dying declaration is true and reliable, has been recorded by a person at a time when the deceased was fit physically and mentally to make the declaration and has not been made under the tutoring oblique dress oblique prompting. It can be the sole basis for recording conviction. Stop. In such an eventuality, no corroboration is required. Stop. In case there are multiple dying declarations and there are inconsistencies between them, generally the dying declaration recorded by the higher officer, like a magistrate, can be relied upon provided that there is no circumstance giving any to raise suspicion about its truthfulness. Stop. In case there are circumstances wherein the dying declaration had been made not voluntarily and even otherwise it is not supported by the other evidence, the court has to scrutinize the facts of an individual case very carefully and take a decision as to which of the declarations is worth reliance. Stop. Next stanza. In the present case, the dying declaration exhibit P6 recorded by the judicial magistrate was in the presence of a doctor who had certified about the fitness of Sharmila before and after recording of such statement. Stop. There was not even suggestion in the cross examination of the judicial magistrate that any of the relations of Sharmila were present when such statement was recorded, nor it there any circumstance which could cast a doubt about the genuineness of exhibit P6 as recorded by the judicial magistrate. Stop. Further, the certification by the doctor was also not put in challenge. Stop. Though statement exhibit P13 recorded by PW10 completely satisfies the requirements in the light of the law laid down by this court in Lakhan versus State of Madhya Pradesh within brackets Supra. Dying declaration exhibit P10 as recorded by the judicial magistrate would certainly stand on a higher footing, and we have no hesitation in placing intrinsic reliance thereon. Stop. We must add that we find no inconsistency between the statement exhibit P13 recorded by PW10 on one hand and the dying declaration exhibit P6 recorded by the judicial magistrate. On the other, as regards the involvement of the appellant's stop stanza, it is true that PW7 was the first medical officer to see Sharmila, and according to the witness, Sharmila had not told her who had set Sharmila afire. Stop. However, the fact remains that Sharmila was brought to the hospital by her husband appellant Sandeep, and she was not given any extensive treatment in said hospital but was immediately referred to PGIMS Rohtak. Stop. In the circumstances, it is possible that the victim did not have the occasion to disclose as to who had set her afire. Stop. The other criticism, there was no evidence to suggest that Sharmila was harassed for demands of dowry, is also incorrect. Stop. Said fact find clear mention in the statement exhibit P13 recorded by the police, as well as the dying declaration exhibit P6 recorded by the judicial magistrate, and finds further corroboration in the testimony of PW9, brother of deceased Sharmila. Stop. We therefore reject the submission of Mr. Malhotra. Stop.